I was cutting his hair when you just mentioned it. Jesus Shuttlesworth when he got
So let's
game.
talk about that.
The
Wait,
movie he got
so
game.
you
I was
hold
cutting
on.
his hair during that time.
Wait.
Yeah,
So G, you cut Ray Allen hair for the film with him and
during
Denzel
that
Washington,
movie.
directed by Spike Lee.
During that movie, I was cutting his hair. Now I didn't go, to I wasn't on site,
Okay.
with the filming of the movie.
Yeah,
But during that time, I was cutting Ray
he
hair.
was cutting his hair.
Yeah,
So one of them cuts in the film could have been yours.
I'm sure one of the earlier ones. Yeah, when
Yeah,
they first
when
started
he first
filming,
started shoot. Yeah.
when they first started shooting.
Why get it from anywhere else when you can get it straight from the yacht with promise?
It's not a threat, it's a promise.
Yo, you know who it is and what it is, the one they call Promise. Appreciate you tuning in to another episode of Straight from the Yap with Promise. I'm excited because I got a very special guest joining me today. This brother is a philanthropist. He's a celebrity barber. He's an entrepreneur. He's a marathon runner. This dude does it all, and he is the owner of the legendary G's Clippers. I got the one and only Gaulien G. Smith in the building. G, what's up, my brother?
Man, not much, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
That was an excellent pronunciation. I appreciate that.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through, man.
Yes, sir.
Dude, let's just jump right into it, man. You just recently celebrated this past year the 30th anniversary
Yeah.
of G's Clippers. That's a huge milestone. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate
What
it.
does it mean for your shop to be even more than a shop, but such a staple in the community of Milwaukee for such a long time?
What does it mean, man? What doesn't it mean? It means so much. I didn't see 30 years
Yeah.
ago celebrating 30 years of G's Clippers. I didn't see having a 30-chair barbershop. I didn't see having a health clinic in the barbershop. I mean, it's just the result of, just the hard work, but it means a lot. It means a lot, to know that the works of my team and myself will live on long after our flesh and bones is gone.
Yeah.
It's just true legacy work, I would like to think, we're building over there at G's Clippers.
That's amazing, man. And just to think about like going from cutting hair, right, to becoming an entrepreneur, to like you talked about the wellness, and the barbershop in the Black community has always meant more than cutting hair. But you have taken it a step further, right? It's a safe space. You have real men, real talk there. You have voting events there. You know what I mean? You have the wellness clinic.
Mhm.
People can come do food drives, school supplies. Like you've done so many things.
Pay your
with that
child
shop.
support.
Oh, I ain't know about that one. They can pay child
Yeah,
support.
we had the
Gee,
first child support kiosk in the state of Wisconsin, a barbershop, man.
really?
Probably one of the first in the country, man. You don't have to go down to City Hall no more. You come straight to G's Clippers, man, because of my partnership
Okay.
with the city of Milwaukee and
Yeah.
the child support division.
Okay, I see. I didn't even know. See, what
Yeah.
don't you do, brother? Like the shop is everything. So like I said, it's such a staple, and you've taken it beyond what we normally see for a salon or for a barbershop. And on top of that, of course, people can come in there and get fresh.
Right.
And I always wanted to ask you this. Like I heard this, and you let me know if this is fact or fiction, because people know you. They know that you are an avid Milwaukee Bucks fan. Anybody been in the shop from all over the years, you've always had the replica, Bucks floors in the shop. Is it true that you originally got the money for the shop from hitting a half court shot at the game? Is that true?
No, actually, it's funny, man. A lot of people think that. No.
Yeah.
I opened G's Clippers, man, with $3,000, man,
Okay.
back June 1st, 1995. I had saved up the money because I worked in a shop, a little small 4-chair barbershop on Fond du Lac in the Capitol.
Okay.
And that shop was closing untimely situation. At any rate, I found G's Clippers on Fond du Lac and Sherman.
Yeah, the OG one.
With just $3,000, man. Me and my brothers and a few friends, we put down the black and white checkered floor, the countertops, the mirrors and such,
Yeah.
and we opened up. It wasn't until February of 1998
Okay.
that I hit that half court shot. And I did sell that, and I sold it was a Dodge Durango vehicle that
Oh, that's
I
what you
won.
won?
That's
Okay.
what I won. But I sold that right away, and I sold it for $31,000. And I took that $31,000 and I remodeled G's Clippers, and I purchased the building in 1998. So that's when I purchased the building. I had 4 apartments upstairs, and 2 commercial storefronts, and that's when I expanded G's Clippers.
Okay.
So I didn't open G's Clippers with hitting that half court shot.
Okay.
I expanded G's Clippers.
Okay. No, appreciate the clarification because I had, as a kid, I had always heard those rumors and I was like, I ain't never asked G, like, is it true that the startup money came from hitting the shot? Okay, so that was later.
Nah, that was much 3 years later.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing, man. But like I said, I just remember, you come into that shop, you would see that replica floor, like, the referee shirts and just the whole vibe of all the jerseys and the things on the wall.
And that was because of my relationship with Senator Cole. I always said when I opened my own shop, I wanted to have, exactly, rest in peace, definitely. I wanted to have my barbershop look like just a plethora of Milwaukee Bucks paraphernalia and artifacts and such. And I want the floor and such to, look like the Bradley Center's floor at the time.
Yeah.
And I talked with Senator Cole because at that time I had built some relationships with some individuals at the Bucks.
Yeah.
And he allowed me to use the logo, man, on the floor. So the rest is history, man.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. And we can't talk about that without talking about one of the greatest Bucks of all time that you obviously had a great relationship with, Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Man,
Ray Allen.
Ray. I still talk to Ray.
Trey Foe. You still talk to Ray?
I still talk to Ray. Talk to Ray. Still talk to Tim Thomas, Earl Boykins. I go on and on, man. It's at least a good 10 guys from back in the 90s that
Earl
I still have
Boykins
a
was the
relationship
same
with.
height as me.
I know, right? I know.
It made it to the league.
It had a long career,
Facts.
too.
Yeah.
Long career, man. But yeah, I still talk to them guys. But Ray and I still talk.
That's dope. Now, was Ray one of the first, like, major clients you got?
Major, yeah. The first NBA ball player I cut was Johnny Newman.
Okay.
Johnny Newman was first, but shortly after that, man, I mean, Ray was not even, it was that same year.
Okay.
It was that same year. And I started cutting Ray, and then, when the other players find out, Ray getting his hair cut by a particular person, man, they going to come and, out of 15, we have NBA team, 14, 15 guys on the team.
Yep.
For years, at least 20 years, I was the only guy who cut players' hair, and it was almost about 12 to 13 guys I cut on the team. The white guys too.
Because they need a different tape, right? But what's crazy is, so like, for people who maybe younger or don't know, like, they see Ray Allen with the baldy, they know that Ray Allen. But if you go back, Bucks Ray in the purple, you know what I'm saying? Even when he went to Seattle, Ray used to have the waves with the line and the taper. So.
Without a doubt, I was cutting his hair when you just mentioned it. Jesus Shuttlesworth, when he got game.
So let's talk about that.
The movie he got game. I was cutting his hair during that time.
Wait. So G, you cut Ray Allen hair for the film with him and Denzel Washington, directed by Spike Lee.
During that movie, I was cutting his hair. Now I didn't go, I wasn't on site.
Okay.
With the filming of the movie. Yeah. But during that time, I was cutting Ray hair.
He was cutting his hair.
Yeah.
So one of them cuts in the film could have been yours.
I'm sure one of the earlier ones. When they first started filming.
When
they first started shooting.
No,
man. I know. And when I look at that movie now, it looks so dated. It looks so old, and I'm like, my God. But then I think about hell. I'm 55 years old now, so we ain't spring chickens.
Black don't crack.
Back then, I was in my 20s. I was in my 20s then.
Yeah. That's crazy. So
I was about 29, 28, 29.
Yeah. And like, so obviously at that time, Ray Allen was a growing star here in Milwaukee, growing in the NBA, obviously came out of Connecticut. Then, we see him in this movie, you know what I'm saying? And I heard originally Spike Lee wanted, I think, Allen Iverson. Originally, he wanted a young looking player. Yeah.
But I didn't know how much validity was in that. I mean, but I did hear that.
Yeah, that originally.
But Ray didn't tell me that,
Yeah, right. But it was word out there that Spike originally wanted AI.
Right.
And then he ends up on Ray Allen. Yeah. And, Ray plays in this film. And, what did you think, when you saw that back in the day? Obviously, you cutting this player's hair. He's from the Bucks, and he's in a major motion picture with one of the greatest actors of all time, one of the greatest directors of all time.
I mean, it was definitely a dream come true. You got to understand, a guy that's been I've been a diehard Bucks fan, man, since I was, 9, 10 years old. And then to get to the point where I'm actually the barber for a lot of these cats.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a moment, man, to be proud of. When I look back at it now, it's like, wow, that was dope. It's just humble beginnings, man. I just remember, just how it all started. I mean, and it was love, man. I mean, but then, something shifted. Maybe in the early 2000s or whatever. It's like, when I tell you, I don't even see celebrities the same. You know, to date, I try to think about how many players I cut over the years, and we talking about Milwaukee Bucks players as well as visiting players.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
over 200 athletes, over 200 athletes that play for the Milwaukee Bucks and or played or coached
Yeah.
other teams or whatever. So after cutting that many guys here, and you converse with them, and they be enamored by what I done built, at G's Clippers, like,
Yeah.
man, dude, like that many barbers, how you maintain, that many barbers, and
Yeah.
wow, you've been open for this amount of time, so they just like you and I, man. They just happen to have an amazing gift,
Right.
in playing basketball, and they expounded on that gift, man, and now they're under the lights, and now we got social media,
Right.
so now which make them even that much more of a star.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too. Like you talk about like when you first started cutting hair and when you were cutting players and how things have evolved. Because now with social media, this whole celebrity barber thing is out there now,
Oh my
right? Where
gosh, yeah.
people are posting haircuts, and you come from an era where on the poster on the wall, maybe you come in and be like, I need the number 8.
Right,
Let me get the
right.
number 12.
And we don't
Like,
even have that now.
see, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, that used to be on the wall. Now with social media, it's changed to where barbers are online
Yeah.
and showing demonstrations and
Yep.
the whole money game, and
Oh, yeah.
everything has changed, with haircuts. So like, what do you think when you kind of see the evolution of like cutting hair and what social media and how things have like changed?
There's some pluses to it, man, and some minuses, man.
Sure.
I like the fact that individuals can show they work, from the comfort of their home or barbershop, wherever they cutting at. I like that aspect of it. I like
Yeah.
that individuals is able to pick up tips, learning how to cut hair
Yeah.
through looking at social media. But the downside of it is you got a lot of individuals that really didn't do the work.
Okay.
And they were putting these titles on themselves as celebrity barbers,
Yeah.
and they charging $75, $100 for haircuts and such. I don't knock nobody for
Hustle.
charging
Sure.
$75 to $100 for haircuts, but what I do, I'm a true servant leader.
Yeah.
When I chose to become a barber,
Mhm.
it's some within that, man. Just being a barber and celebrity just never really went hand in hand to me. I really don't even ever call myself a celebrity barber.
Yeah.
I've cut many celebrities,
Sure.
but I mean, at the end of the day, man, I really want my haircuts to be affordable, and I try my best to, encourage a lot of my barbers in the shop that do have their own price list,
Yeah.
that don't price themselves out.
Okay.
But that was kind of the downfall, and I ain't gonna say the downfall, maybe the negative, that
Side
you
of it.
find
Yeah.
about social media and barbers.
Yeah. No, I mean, like you said, it's pros and cons to everything, and the internet, social media has magnified certain things, and
Mhm.
like you said, created platforms. But at the same time, a lot of times now, it's look at me. It's not necessarily people loving or caring about crafts.
Mhm.
It's a bag or it's
Yeah.
attention thing now.
Right. But to each his own. I don't knock anybody for charging what they charge, or navigating this whole barbering game like
Yeah.
they navigated. But for me, I try my best, man, to take care of the people, man. Be a blessing to them as much as they're a blessing to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the conversations and such I have in the chair. It's like I look at there's these individuals not sitting in my chair by chance.
Yeah.
There's a reason for it, and I'm there to be an ear for them or to give them some encouragement, however I can, and at the same time making them, look the best I possibly can make them look.
Right. No, listen, man, the confidence you feel as a man after you get that cut, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole
Exactly,
different-
man. Exactly.
Like it's a whole different vibe, man. Like
No
when you
doubt.
step out that chair,
No doubt.
you like, so no, like the barber is so pivotal, like I said, just to our culture,
Mhm.
like the barbershop, the conversations. I remember just being in a shop, just kicking it. You know what I mean? Like even if you not getting cut or
Right.
or you waiting to get cut, like the conversations we have, whether you watching sports or you watching a movie or you talking about life and different experiences, especially as a young man, being around older black men and hearing these conversations, like
Right.
you just would soak up so much in the shop. You know what I mean? So the barbershop is just such a pivotal place in our community. You know what I mean? And I love to see that yours is still thriving and still going because unfortunately, a lot of brick and mortars aren't there anymore. A
Right.
lot of shops have closed down and people are not able to maintain a certain climate.
Right. I think a lot of that is because they probably just didn't have a true plan going into it.
Okay.
Probably didn't do their due diligence, but that's small businesses in general. These what the average business in in the urban community last 2 years. I mean, it's something to that. I
Yeah.
mean, I think a lot of us is just not doing our homework, not trying to live off of our business
Okay.
too early
Yeah.
before it's able to sustain itself.
Okay.
And I think if I could attest, the reasons why G's Clippers has stuck around for so long, has been relevant and still, thriving, is the fact that we really are community-based barbershop. I feel like I run G's Clippers like I envisioned barbershops ran back in the early 1900s,
Okay.
where we truly was the heartbeat of the community.
Yeah.
In many ways, the barbershop was the hospital. The barbershop was a place where politicians could come and speak to their constituents,
Okay.
where politicians could come and, network and it's just, that's what we were there for, is a
Yeah.
community hub. We were truly there to not just make people look good,
Yeah.
but to take care of the whole person. And that's what you see in G's. I mean, with the health clinic,
Yeah.
with Real Men, Real Talk, with all the different community things that take place
Yeah.
in G's Clippers on a regular basis.
No, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Taking
Now,
care of the city to take care of us.
yeah, no, that's dope. And I know you mentioned all the players you cut, but even people who are commentators and people who work in the media. I know you like Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller, obviously a former great
that's my
player,
man.
but he works in the media now. I know
Yeah.
you sometimes cut some of the players that work, for the networks as well too, or the anchors and things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
oh yeah. I mean singers. I mean, I remember Jasmine Johnson when she was with V100 way back in the days. This was in the '90s.
Okay.
She worked for it was probably '99, maybe 2000.
Okay.
She worked for V100 and 112. The singing group 112 was
Tweezy,
opening up for Janet Jackson. I will never forget.
Damn.
They asked me to cut their hair. Well, she asked me to come down to the hotel and cut their hair.
Okay.
And I cut their hair that day. It had to be in 1998, 1999, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But I cut all the guys' hair at 112, and me and Q
Yeah.
got
You
locked
still,
in.
Yeah, I'm saying you and
When
Q
I tell
still,
you, that's still
Q
my
Parker.
main man.
Yeah.
He'll be here this weekend, man.
That's
Because
dope.
he's performing at a event
Yeah.
on Saturday. But then we're going to the concert, the New Edition concert.
Yeah.
On Saturday night. But I mean, I could go on and on. All the different artists that came, so many artists that came to Summerfest
Yeah.
over the years. I didn't cut the hair, or just people to just come to the city of Milwaukee. If individuals that live in Milwaukee have not been in G's Clippers, they have referred people
Yeah.
to get cut at G's Clippers. I get that a lot. They'll call and say, I haven't been there before, but but I know y'all seem like to be the barbershop to go to, but we got this person in town. Is it anybody that can cut their hair?
Yeah.
That happens so often.
And your name
Oh,
come
my
up.
God.
Yeah.
Still.
No, that's dope. Now, those are some amazing experience you've had, like cutting people. Has there ever been a situation where it was like, this one ain't go the way we wanted it to go. It didn't turn out as great.
Well, as far as haircuts, no. As far as haircuts, but of course, with every business, it's ups and downs. With every,
Yeah.
anytime you're dealing with, other barbers or whatever, you can sometimes have issues. So we've definitely had times where I had to repair haircuts, or
Okay.
maybe a couple times where the haircut, could not be repaired, and you just had to pay for some future haircuts for that individual.
Oh, we just gotta go bald. We gotta
Cut it super low, man.
somebody
you
had
know?
to get a Mr. Clean.
Well, now they got fibers around now, because this ain't nothing happened as recently. Now they got
Somebody gotta get beamed up.
beam them.
Beam me up.
But other than that, man, I mean, really nothing, beyond repair, if you will.
Yeah.
At least I haven't. I mean, I can't think of any. I mean, I've had those moments before I became a licensed barber, of
Okay.
course, when I was learning how to cut hair. But now it's not as easy to mess
You done
somebody
messed up Corey before.
Corey, my brother.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, man. Of course,
See,
man.
you
He
messed
was-
up Corey.
He was a guinea pig, man. He was the one I learned on. Yeah. And of course, any household with 6 boys in it,
Yeah.
because it's 5. I got 5 brothers.
Okay.
So any household with 6 boys in, we got a lot of fellas in the neighborhood that
Yeah.
that I could practice on. But Corey was the main one. Initially, he the youngest in the family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I trust. He trusts me to cut his hair, and I can't remember messing him up too bad. But yeah, that's what all started, man.
Yeah. No, that's why I said I always wondered, because like everybody got a bad haircut story.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? I
right,
think we
right.
all didn't,
Right.
had a cut.
And you never know, man. I might think I hooked somebody else and it might be bad. So, I mean, as far as I can remember, though.
Look,
I mean,
you spit them in that cheese like, yeah, you good, boss.
exactly.
Have a great day.
I
They
mean-
like, what is this bad?
yeah, but as far as I can remember, I mean, I don't remember no haircuts that couldn't be,
Yeah.
repaired.
No, that's dope. And beyond, like I said, the barbershop, man, you have parlayed into so many things, a philanthropist. You do so many things with health and wellness, with the community. What was it like for that transition, right? To go, I'm a barber, I have a business, but now I want to parlay into these other things. Like, was that transition easy for you? Was it difficult? Like, how did you decide to do those things?
Well, it was easy. The public made it easy because you see how many times you're called upon to be a part of this or that initiative or
Okay.
whatnot. And then when I realized how many things that we were doing in those spaces, doing blood drives, doing cancer screenings, trying to get, signatures,
Yeah.
hospitals, or healthcare
Donors.
providers in the barbershop getting signatures, so individuals can, get screenings and such.
Yeah.
Once I realized how many of those things were happening in the barbershop, I'm like, man, I should go ahead and just, because I was thinking about it anyway, because my
Okay.
dad died at just 62 years old
Wow.
from colon cancer. He had never got a colonoscopy. And that was one of the main, the driving forces behind me opening G's MKE Wellness Clinic in
And
the
that's
barbershop.
so, taboo in our community.
Yeah.
Our brothers are impacted by
Dying
that
at
a lot.
an alarming rate.
Yeah.
Dying at an alarming rate, man, from preventable illnesses. Because to be
Yes.
honest with you, shouldn't nobody really die of colon cancer unless they had a very early diagnosis. But it's one of the most treatable cancers out. Just catch it early.
Yeah.
Just go get a colonoscopy. And now, you're supposed to go get it at 45 years old. Now, if you got diagnosed in your 20s or 30s, that's a very early
Sure.
diagnosis. But my pops just never got a colonoscopy. And that's so many black men's story in general.
Yeah.
It's most men, but black men in particular, they walking around with hypertension not knowing it. Walking around here with pre-diabetic, not knowing it.
Mhm.
Walking around here, at 60 years old, never got a prostate exam, never got a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
But now, through G's Clippers, man, and my partnership with Network Health and Freighter, now, man, we're able to do some amazing things.
So that, man, G, I commend you and salute that, brother. Like, that is amazing to pivot into that field, because in reality, you don't have to do those things, right?
Mhm.
Like, but to care enough about your community to be like, I'm not just cutting hair, we not just making money, we giving back. And like I said, you do so many things. I've been to your back to school drives, like
Yep.
all the different giving out free haircuts. You do that back to school stuff. Like, I've just watched you from afar, and after getting to know you, I'm very honored to know you and see the work that you do, man. It's
I
very
appreciate
inspiring.
that. I appreciate
city.
that. I really do.
Absolutely.
I'm just doing my part, man. I believe I truly live by, to whom much is given, much is required.
Yeah.
So we was given an amazing stage to perform on.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm trying to do, man, is perform on it. G's Clippers has definitely gotten a lot of notoriety over the years.
Mhm.
I mean, we've been in all four major media outlets in the country. Good Morning America twice,
Saw you on there.
New
Yeah.
York Times, the LA Times, and the Washington Post.
Yeah.
So we've done, so that's a heck of a stage, man. So with that being said, there's a certain amount that you just have to do when you blessed, blessed like that. So yeah.
No, that is amazing. And earlier we were joking about if somebody get a bad haircut or something, and I'll say this: maybe you leave the shop and you're distraught because your lining crooked, and you ain't paying attention because you're looking in the mirror, and sometimes you have an accident. Well, if you find yourself injured and you need an injury attorney, you need to call Nicolay Law. My boy Russ, you get the beard, you get the win. Wisconsin's #1 injury attorney. So if you find yourself in a situation where you need an injury attorney, there's only one name you need to know. That's NICOLET. Call Nicolay Law and get the beard, you get the win. You dig? I want to pivot to these marathons. You have done something else that is amazing. You have traveled the world running in marathons. Gee, where did the inspiration come from for you to want to run in marathons? And please tell us about how many you've done.
Well, I mean, it started, I was I was going through a divorce.
Okay.
And, you know, I've always been an extremely positive energy person. I don't let
Yep.
too much of nothing get to me. And didn't let that get to me a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? But although my doctor, you know, he was, you know, I had hypertension.
Okay.
He said, he diagnosed me with high blood pressure. I said, high blood pressure, man, I work out and
Yeah.
such. And he was like, you know, gee, and I told him how positive energy I was and this and that, which, you know, he knew that. He said, listen, man, regardless, you know, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, that stress is getting to you.
Okay.
That stress is getting to you. And or it could be hereditary as well, you know. So I had a friend at the time, very good friend of mine. He lived in Moody, Utah now,
Okay.
Dr. Gaulien. He was a chief surgeon for surgical oncology for Freighter Hospital. And he asked me, he said, gee, man, you know, I think I'm about to run a marathon. I hadn't ran one since undergrad. I mean, when he was in undergrad, rather.
Okay.
And I said, a marathon, man? I ain't gonna run no marathon, man. I didn't even know exactly. I knew it was 20
Right.
something miles. I wasn't quite sure. And he had said, man, come on, man. Let's train together, man. You know, and he was going through divorce too. It's crazy.
Wow.
I'm saying.
So y'all
So
bonded
my
over
first
that?
time ever running 3 miles nonstop in my life, man, I was 38 years old.
Okay.
I'm not a historic runner
Okay.
or whatever. So at any rate, long story short, man, I ended up running with him, and we had signed up as charity runners for the Boston Marathon. That's why we didn't have. That's why I didn't have to qualify. It was a charity runner, so we
okay.
raised money,
Okay.
and we ran Boston Marathon. I will never forget that. And that was 26.2 miles. And then while running that Boston Marathon, we talked to a lot of more individuals that was running that marathon because it was their second marathon or sixth marathon, and we were like, we found out something that's called the majors, the 6 majors. So the 6 majors consisted of Boston,
Okay.
New York, Chicago Marathon, Berlin, Germany,
Okay.
London, and Tokyo.
Wow.
So we set out to do all 6, and we did all 6. So I done ran New York Marathon, Chicago, Boston Marathon, Berlin, Germany, London Marathon, Tokyo Marathon. But now last year they just added a 7th marathon. So it's Sydney, Australia. So I got to run Sydney, Australia.
You gonna come
So
back out?
I'm running Sydney, Australia. I'm gonna try to do it this year. If I can't make it into the marathon to do it this year, I'm doing it next year. And it was an 8th marathon that was really close, trying to get picked for number 7 because they was only adding one more.
Okay.
So it was between Sydney, Australia, and Cape Town, Africa.
Okay.
So we decided we just gonna do both of them. So I'm doing Sydney and I'm doing Cape Town.
Wow.
Yeah.
What type of training goes into preparing for a marathon? Like, how long do you train, and what all is the regimen? Like,
Running. The first marathon you do, I think it could easily take almost a year. It could easily take almost
just
a year
to be
to
prepared?
train. It could easily take 9 months to a year. But after you've ran a marathon before, and you know and you realize that marathons is really noble, 70% mental. It's only 30% physical. Once you understand that
To lock
and
in.
you have the wherewithal, you know, to lock in mentally,
Sheesh.
I've done a marathon with only 60 days of training.
Wow.
I ran Berlin and only trained, I wouldn't recommend it, you know, but it was under 60 days. I want to say about 40, 45 days.
And what is like, so we can kind of peek into it, like, what is some of the things that you're doing while you're training for it?
Well, if I know I'm undertrained, I do more weight training.
Okay.
I do more definitely more
strength?
weight training,
Okay.
strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
Do a lot of you know, leg raises, just a lot of just all around core training and such.
Okay.
You know, but if I know that I got the time and I know, you know, that I ain't got a whole lot going on, I mean, you know, then I could just put the miles. But I try, to be honest with you, I try not to put so many miles on my body. So I only run 5 days a week. Well, I ain't gonna say only. I run 5 days a week. So 3 to 5 miles a day. 3 to 5 miles a day. This is the best way I found out to train. 3 to 5 miles a day, and every single Sunday is a long day. So Saturday I don't run, and Monday I don't run. So Sunday is your long day. So every Sunday I go up 2 miles. This Sunday I might run 7 miles. Next Sunday I'm gonna go up to 9. Then the Sunday after that, 11. The Sunday after that, 13. and then 15, then 17. I never go over 19 miles. I never touch 20 in training.
Okay.
But then I do my maintenance miles 3 to 5 miles a day.
And that's basically revving you up, getting you ready for
Yeah.
that marathon.
Yeah.
Because is it a way that you maybe don't want to like overexert or burn yourself out before you get to the, you know what I mean?
That's the
from
thing.
running?
You don't want to do too much. That's why, you never really run a full marathon when you're training.
Okay.
You never run a full
That
marathon
makes
when you're
sense.
training, because adrenaline and such gonna really get you there. I don't believe in running more than 19 miles when you're
Okay.
training for a 26.2 mile marathon, because
Okay.
the mental, your mind gonna take you that rest of those,
Yeah.
7 miles. 7 miles.
Yeah.
You're gonna be good. Now, like I did a half marathon. I did Milwaukee's Brew City half 2 years ago and didn't train that one day. I definitely want to recommend that to nobody because my heart was beating, and I hadn't ran a marathon in 6 months prior. So you gotta understand, I hadn't ran at all.
Yeah.
I ran maybe 3 miles the week prior.
Okay.
And the person I was running the half marathon with said, "Gee, you ain't got to run it. I know we said we was gonna do it together, but man, you've been so busy. You ain't had no training. Man, I'm good. I've been training, so I'm good." I said, "Listen, I'm not gonna run pace with you all the
Yeah.
way, but I'm gonna finish it."
You're gonna need to check
I
into your
finished
own
20
wellness.
minutes after him.
You're gonna need to check in your own wellness clinic. You out here
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah. No, I wouldn't recommend them doing that at all. And that was 2 years ago. So I was 53 years old doing that.
Wow.
A half marathon with zero training, 3 miles I ran. Yeah.
That's it. Listen, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Like what?
And I said him. That was her. That was Tracy. I was running with. So she had did the training, and yeah.
So when you out there running, right? You said it's mental more than physical, and I believe that about working out and a lot of things in
most
general.
things,
Most things
most
in life
things.
are mental over physical. What is motivating you, right? What is helping you get to that finish line? What is helping you stay the course?
Well, I will say this: that every single marathon I ran for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I have their names, written on my shoe.
Okay.
When you hit that brick wall, if you will,
Yeah.
that mental brick wall where you want to stop,
Okay.
you want to give up. I look down and to remind me who I'm running this for.
Yeah.
And I've never been a quitter. I've
Respect.
never been a quitter. So
Yeah.
quitting was never an option.
Okay.
No matter how untrained I was, no matter how tough it got. Because, a marathon is one of them things that no matter how well you're trained, your body's still going to be like, what the heck are you doing to me?
Fatigue, yeah.
Your body, I'm like, what are you doing to me? I want to stop.
Yeah.
So it takes you to be mentally in tune to actually finish a marathon.
To lock in.
26.2 miles is real. Just think of what 26.2 miles is.
In a
if you
car.
Think about
it
it.
in the car.
Think about it. If you from downtown Milwaukee, if you start running 26.2 miles, I think that's almost at Highway 20 in Racine or Kenosha, almost to Kenosha. That's 26.2 miles. That's a real number.
Yeah.
That's a real number. And you think about how long it take you to drive
Yes.
from downtown Milwaukee to Highway 20 or Highway 50.
And then you running in other countries too.
Yeah, that's when it's fun. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Running in other countries, man. You've seen all these sites that that get you motivated, and all other people that's running too, man. They motivate you.
Yeah.
The people I've met over the years, man. Running marathons, man.
Yeah.
Some amazing people from all over the world.
So
they give you motivation.
What you listening to? What's in the earbuds while you running?
I didn't listen to books before.
Word.
Oh yeah, I didn't listen to motivational speakers. I didn't, or old school hip hop.
Okay.
80s,
90s.
What y'all niggas want?
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh,
what y'all? The DMX always do it for me, man. And Tupac.
Yeah.
Oh my God, talk about turn.
Tupac.
So it depends on the marathon.
Yeah.
It depends on the marathon. It depends on how much encouragement I need.
Yeah. He said you feel like you finna give up and you hear, yeah. Hey, yo, dog. No, that
yes, sir.
Oh my God, that is amazing, man. Like to hear somebody that's like that's impressive, bro. You like the Dos Aggies, man, the most interesting man. You need to write a book, G. When is the book coming out, man?
You know what, it's up, man. I just went to my boys' book signing on Saturday. Quab and I had a book signing this past Saturday, man. The Black Holocaust Museum, no doubt. Shout out to my boy Quab, my brother Quab.
Yeah.
But he been telling me for a while, man. Gee, man, you got to write a book, man.
Yeah.
You got to write a book, man. So I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see.
Right. Well, G, before I let you go, man, there's a game I play with all my guests. It's called First and Last. I'm gonna ask you a first. I'm gonna ask you a last. They may or may not be connected. You ready?
Wait, you said come again? You said my first or my last?
All right, so it's called First and Last.
Okay.
So I ask you a first and I ask you a last. They may or may not be connected.
First or last what?
That's what you got to sit and wait for. I'm gonna ask you a first. I'm gonna ask you a last. So I might ask you something that.
Oh, you gonna ask me that?
Yes,
okay, go ahead. Okay, got you.
Okay. All right. Also, too, you out there running the marathons. That's impressive, but it is dangerous. And if you was to trip over a rock and bust your damn head, you would probably need an injury attorney. And that's where you need to call my boy Russ with Nicolay Law. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're hurt, you're injured, you're fatigued, you're down, there's only one name you need to know. That's NICOLET. Hit up my boy Russ at nicolaylaw.com. Thank you, Ken Beats.
I like that. That was very good.
I was trying to see. I was like, where did I get that in there, man?
I love it.
All right, G. Back to first and last. G, what is the first thing you do when you wake up?
I look at my Oura ring. Oh my God, I ain't got it on.
You ain't wearing it?
I ain't wearing it. I wear that every day. That's like my lifeline. Cause I just washed my hand, but it's at the barbershop. I gotta go back and get it.
Okay.
I go back and get it. But I look at my app, man. I look at the app, man, to see how well I slept. See what time I actually went out. When went to sleep. When I tell you the Oura ring, I can't imagine not having an Oura ring.
Really?
Oh my God, it's my accountability partner.
You the first person to say that. And
Oh yeah.
I've always thought, I've seen those online. I thought about buying one for my mom for Christmas before. I thought about one for myself. So you really enjoyed it. Works.
Unbelievable. It works. When I tell you, it's just like the thing that the doctor puts on your finger. I forget the name of it.
I know
when you go to the doctor.
Yeah,
Whatever.
when he monitors.
It's that. It's that in the ring form.
Wow.
And they say it's one of the most accurate devices for sleep study and just all around health.
Okay.
It counts your steps, of course. It counts your body temperature. I mean, it lets you know your body temperature. It, like I said, monitors your sleep, lets you know what time you went to sleep, how well you slept, if you start breathing throughout the night. When I tell you, it's absolutely amazing. It's amazing. Then they got numbers, so you always try to, be in the 80s. You know what I'm saying, or
Like
90s.
gauge. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're in the 70s, 60s, or 50s, I know it's all Chinese to you. But it's like something that Oura ring users understand.
They know, yeah.
So absolutely amazing accountability partner.
Okay. All right. That's all right. Okay. You the first to say that.
Oh yeah.
All right, G. We talked about running. We talked about you being out here doing the fitness thing. What's the last pair of shoes you caught?
Oh, Hoka's. I'm signed with Hoka.
Ooh, talk that talk. Pop your shit.
I was signed with Hoka, man. Hoka, because of following me, someone following me, that had to do with Hoka, and asked me would I be interested in being
Are you an ambassador or
ambassador for Hoka. So yeah, I got a commercial. I'm not surprised you hadn't saw that. But yeah, so Good Mile running shoe store. I've done commercials for them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So Hoka's, man. When I tell you, if I wasn't signed by Hoka, I still would.
You still rock the
I still would run with Hoka.
Yeah.
Hands down. It's probably the most. I mean, they focus just on running shoes.
Okay.
I mean, when I tell you, because it provides a lot of cushion and still got the stability. Look at me. I'm sounding like I'm doing a commercial now.
Look.
Because you got stability, you ain't got to worry about rolling your foot either. So I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Hoka's is the best running shoe to me, and I ran I ran them all. Asics, New Balance, Nike.
Yeah.
I ran all of them.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Gee, you might be the soldier boy of barbers. You the first ever. I don't know if a barber ever had a shoe endorsement. You the first ever. All right, G.
Yeah.
What is the first thing you notice about a woman?
Oh wow. Her smile.
Smile.
Her smile.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's the first thing I noticed.
Okay. A woman smile?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. I respect that. All right. We talked a little bit about this. We're going to go back to it. What is the last thing you do before you go to sleep?
Uh-oh. That's something, man, because I don't have a regimen in that regard. I mean, I'll probably cut off the TV, man, cut off the lights, because I sleep in the dark. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Before I go to sleep. I mean,
Turn this
yeah.
TV off. Turn this
I
TV
mean,
off.
I mean, I would like to say I pray, but I can honestly say I don't do it as on a regular basis. But I do most days, yes.
Okay.
So the things I do, definitely without a doubt, every single time is turn off the lights, man, and
So you
but
like
yeah.
it black? You like darkness?
Oh yeah, I like dark. I like darkness, man.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not anal to the point where I can't see the digital, lights from the clock.
Right.
I ain't that anal. You got some people, man.
They don't want to see
They
nothing.
don't want to see nothing.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not that anal.
Okay.
But because I never had a problem sleeping, thank God. Yeah.
Man, well, G, please give out the social media for those who are not following you and information, the website if people want to find out about the wellness centers and things like that.
Without a doubt. For those who don't know, G's Clippers is located at 2200 North Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. You can follow G's Clippers on Facebook, Instagram. And as of late, G's MKE Foundation is my newest initiative. I'm very excited about that. Yes. Very excited about that. So if you want to know what's going on through G's MKE Foundation or want to donate to G's MKE Foundation, just log on to G's MKE Foundation on either Instagram, Facebook, or go to the website.
So, G, my brother, I appreciate you for coming to the show. I appreciate you for who you are to this city, who you are as a man. And continue to keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to keep watching. I'm going to keep supporting. And I'm going to keep trying to glow up and level up like you, man.
My man, I appreciate you, Ike.
It's been another episode of Straight from the Yap with Promise. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, comment. And we'll be back with another one. Shout out to my whole squad. You already know. It's not a threat. It's a promise. Yeah, it is.